Welcome to Daily Principle, where every lesson helps you build the discipline, mindset, and habits needed to create lasting success. What separates extraordinary people from everyone else isn't talent or luck. It's the discipline to keep going when motivation disappears. If you're ready to take control of your habits, overcome excuses, and build a life of lasting success, this video will show you exactly where to begin. Self-discipline is the foundation of every meaningful achievement. It's the force that turns dreams into daily actions and goals into real results. Talent and ambition can take you only so far, but without discipline, your greatest potential stays locked away. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you moving when the excitement disappears and the journey becomes difficult. It isn't about depriving yourself or forcing perfection. It's about making decisions that support the future you want to create. Being disciplined doesn't mean you'll never make mistakes. It means you keep showing up, stay committed, and continue making progress even when things aren't perfect. When you develop self-discipline, you stop letting circumstances control your choices. Instead of reacting to life, you begin living with purpose. You replace excuses with responsibility and become the person who follows through. Although this transformation doesn't happen overnight, anyone can build lasting discipline with the right approach. One of the most effective ways to strengthen self-discipline is by starting with small promises to yourself. Many people believe discipline requires huge sacrifices or dramatic changes, but lasting success almost always begins with small, repeatable actions. Great achievements aren't created by one extraordinary effort. They're built through simple habits practiced consistently over time. Small commitments work because they feel manageable. Rather than becoming overwhelmed by a massive goal, you focus on one action you know you can complete. Every time you keep that promise, you create positive momentum. You also strengthen your confidence because you're proving to yourself that you can be trusted to follow through. Like any muscle, discipline becomes stronger the more you exercise it. If you want to build a new habit, avoid trying to change your entire lifestyle overnight. Start with something so simple that it's difficult to fail. Read one page of a book, exercise for 5 minutes, drink one extra glass of water, or replace one unhealthy snack with a healthier option. These actions may seem insignificant at first, but repeated every day, they create remarkable long-term results. Consistency is what turns small actions into permanent habits. Once a habit becomes part of your routine, it no longer depends on constant motivation or willpower. What once required effort gradually becomes automatic, allowing you to focus your energy on even bigger goals. Keeping small promises also builds trust in yourself. Every commitment you honor strengthens your self-confidence. Breaking promises to yourself repeatedly has the opposite effect, causing you to doubt your own reliability. That's why it's better to begin with realistic goals you can consistently achieve, rather than setting impossible standards that lead to disappointment. Remember that discipline is built through progress, not perfection. Everyone experiences setbacks, misses a day, or makes mistakes. Those moments don't define your success. What matters is returning to the process instead of giving up. Celebrate every small victory because each one moves you closer to the person you're becoming. Small commitments also teach patience. Today's world encourages instant gratification, but meaningful success takes time. You may not notice dramatic changes after a few days or weeks, yet every consistent action is quietly building future results. People who achieve lasting success understand that steady progress always beats quick bursts of motivation, followed by inconsistency. These small daily wins also prepare you for greater challenges. Each promise you keep strengthens your resilience, making you more capable of handling bigger responsibilities. Over time, discipline becomes part of your identity rather than something you constantly struggle to maintain. Another essential part of self-discipline is learning to focus on what matters most. Discipline isn't simply about working harder, it's about directing your effort toward the things that truly improve your life. Working endlessly without clear priorities is like traveling without knowing your destination. Effort alone isn't enough if it's pointed in the wrong direction. Everything starts with clarity. You need a clear understanding of what you want to achieve and the person you want to become. Without that vision, it's easy to spend your days reacting to distractions or fulfilling other people's priorities instead of your own. Once your purpose becomes clear, your daily decisions become much easier. A helpful way to stay focused is by identifying your biggest priorities. Think of your schedule as a jar. If you fill it first with small, unimportant tasks, there won't be room for the things that matter most. But when you place your biggest priorities first, everything else naturally fits around them. Successful people protect time for what creates the greatest impact instead of allowing minor distractions to control their day. Learning to say no is one of the most valuable discipline skills you can develop. Every unnecessary commitment steals time from something more meaningful. Saying yes to every request often means saying no to your own growth. Your time and energy are limited, so use them wisely by protecting your highest priorities. It's also important to separate what's urgent from what's truly important. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but they don't always move your life forward. Important tasks may not feel pressing, yet they're the ones that create lasting progress. Highly disciplined people refuse to let constant interruptions distract them from meaningful work. A great habit is ending each day by preparing for the next one. Before you go to bed, identify the 3 most important tasks you want to accomplish tomorrow. Starting your morning with a clear plan eliminates hesitation and helps you focus immediately on what matters most. Another effective method is time blocking. Set aside dedicated periods for your highest priority work and protect those blocks as if they were important appointments. During that time, remove distractions and focus on one task. Giving your full attention to meaningful work improves both productivity and self-discipline. Keep in mind that priorities aren't fixed forever. As your goals evolve, your daily actions should evolve too. Regularly ask yourself if your routine still supports the life you're trying to build. Real discipline isn't about blindly following old habits. It's about staying committed to your purpose while adjusting when necessary. Sometimes discipline is shown by what you choose to stop doing as much as what you continue doing. Another important habit is eliminating low-value activities. Every unnecessary task steals time and energy from something more meaningful. Before saying yes to any commitment, ask yourself whether it truly matters, whether someone else could handle it, or whether it moves you closer to your goals. If the answer is no, let it go. Managing your energy is just as important as managing your schedule. Save your most demanding work for the hours when your focus and creativity are strongest, and leave simpler tasks for times when your energy naturally drops. Working with your natural rhythm allows you to accomplish more without feeling constantly exhausted. Prioritizing meaningful work creates momentum. Every important task you complete builds confidence and motivates you to keep moving forward. Staying busy isn't the same as making progress. True discipline means spending your time on work that actually improves your future. One of the most effective ways to strengthen discipline is by building habits that make success automatic. Willpower doesn't last forever, but habits continue working even when motivation fades. The more positive behaviors become part of your routine, the less effort they require. Start with small actions instead of trying to change everything overnight. 5 minutes of exercise, 1 page of reading, or 1 healthy choice each day may seem insignificant, but repeated consistently, those actions create remarkable results. Discipline grows through repetition, not intensity. An easy way to make habits stick is to attach them to routines you already follow. Read after your morning coffee, stretch after brushing your teeth, or journal before bed. Existing routines become natural reminders for new habits. Your environment also shapes your behavior. Make good choices easy and bad choices difficult. Remove distractions, prepare healthy options, and create spaces that support focus. The less resistance there is, the easier discipline becomes. Sharing your goals with someone you trust adds accountability. Tracking your progress with a journal, planner, or checklist also helps, because every completed habit reminds you that you're becoming more consistent. Replacing negative routines with positive ones is equally important. Notice the habits that waste your time and gradually exchange them for behaviors that move you closer to your goals. Completing important habits early in the day often creates positive momentum that carries into everything else you do. Celebrate your progress, even if it's small. Every consistent action deserves recognition because small victories build confidence. Stay patient as well. Habits transform your life quietly over time, and lasting success always belongs to those who keep showing up. Good habits naturally lead to other good habits. Exercise improves energy, better sleep sharpens focus, and stronger focus increases productivity. One positive change often creates another. The next step in mastering discipline is learning to delay gratification. Successful people understand that temporary comfort should never replace long-term success. They willingly sacrifice today's convenience to create tomorrow's rewards. A clear vision makes this easier. When you know exactly what you're working toward, distractions lose much of their power. Every disciplined decision becomes an investment in the future you truly want. Train yourself to focus on long-term rewards instead of short-term discomfort. Picture the confidence, health, freedom, or success waiting on the other side of today's effort. Break big goals into smaller milestones, remove unnecessary temptations, pause before giving in to distractions, and remember that every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen self-trust. The more often you choose your future over your impulses, the stronger your discipline becomes. Eventually, patience, consistency, and purposeful action become part of who you are, instead of something you have to force every day. Creating a structured routine strengthens that process even further. A routine turns good intentions into consistent action. It removes unnecessary decisions, protects your focus, and helps you spend your time on what truly matters. Start with a meaningful morning, end with an intentional evening, and stay consistent. Build your routine one habit at a time, allow room for flexibility, protect it with healthy boundaries, and track your progress regularly. A well-designed routine doesn't limit your freedom, it creates it by helping every day move you closer to the life you want. Discipline becomes easier when your daily systems naturally support your biggest goals. Many people assume routines limit creativity, but they actually make creativity possible. When the important parts of your day are already organized, your mind has more freedom to think, create, and explore new ideas. Don't expect perfection. There will be days when your routine gets interrupted or you miss a habit. That doesn't erase your progress. Simply return to your schedule the next day. Success is built through consistency, not flawless execution. A purposeful routine connects your daily actions to your long-term vision. It helps you manage your time, protect your focus, and remove distractions so every day moves you closer to the future you want. The sixth technique for developing self-discipline is learning to welcome discomfort instead of avoiding it. Real discipline isn't built when life feels easy. It's developed when you willingly face challenges, push beyond familiar limits, and continue moving forward despite temporary difficulty. Most people naturally seek comfort because it feels safe. Unfortunately, comfort rarely creates growth. Every meaningful achievement requires you to step into situations that test your patience, courage, and persistence. Discomfort isn't something to fear. It's evidence that you're expanding your abilities. Every challenge is proof that you're moving beyond the ordinary and becoming stronger than you were before. You don't have to begin with massive challenges. Start by intentionally choosing small, uncomfortable actions each day. Those small victories gradually strengthen your resilience and teach your mind that discomfort is temporary and completely manageable. Disciplined people don't wait for challenges to appear. They seek them out. They understand that every difficult experience increases confidence and makes future obstacles easier to overcome. Over time, what once felt intimidating becomes normal. Of course, discomfort often awakens self-doubt. That inner voice will tell you to quit, slow down, or stay where it's comfortable. The key is refusing to let temporary emotions control permanent decisions. Instead, remind yourself why you started and focus on the future you're creating. Visualization can help you push through difficult moments. Before giving up, picture yourself finishing the workout, completing the project, or reaching the goal you've imagined. Feel the pride and satisfaction of succeeding despite the struggle. That mental image can provide the extra determination you need to continue. Don't underestimate the value of support. Share your goals with someone who believes in you. A mentor, coach, or trusted friend can remind you of your purpose when your confidence begins to fade. Always focus on progress instead of perfection. You'll make mistakes. You'll experience setbacks. Some days won't go according to plan. None of those moments define your journey. Every challenge teaches you something valuable and prepares you for the next one. Discomfort also teaches patience. Lasting success isn't created overnight. It comes from showing up consistently, even when visible results are slow. Trust the process and allow growth to happen one step at a time. Instead of resisting difficult experiences, become curious about them. Every challenge reveals new strengths, exposes weaknesses that can be improved, and helps you discover what you're truly capable of. Most importantly, remember that discomfort is temporary. The struggle eventually fades, but the confidence, wisdom, and resilience you gain remain. Every obstacle you overcome proves that you're stronger than you once believed. As those victories accumulate, you begin trusting yourself more deeply. You stop wondering whether you can handle challenges because you've already proven that you can. That self-trust becomes one of the greatest sources of lasting discipline. Choosing discomfort isn't about making life harder than it needs to be. It's about accepting that meaningful goals require effort, persistence, and patience. Once you embrace that truth, discipline stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like progress. Discomfort isn't standing in the way of success. It's the road that leads to it. Above all, remember that self-discipline isn't something you use occasionally. It's a way of living. It's built through your habits, your mindset, and the daily decisions you make when no one is watching. Every disciplined choice shapes the person you're becoming. Choosing discipline means choosing your future over temporary comfort. It means valuing long-term fulfillment above short-term pleasure and refusing to settle for excuses when you know you're capable of more. The greatest part is that discipline isn't reserved for gifted or lucky people. Anyone willing to stay consistent can develop it. Your current circumstances don't determine your future. Your daily choices do. Every principle you've learned, clarifying your purpose, building habits, protecting your focus, creating routines, delaying gratification, and embracing discomfort, works together to create a practical system for lasting success. Remember that discipline is a lifelong practice. There will be setbacks, distractions, and moments when you lose momentum. Those moments aren't failures. They're opportunities to recommit and continue growing. Discipline compounds over time. Every positive decision builds confidence. Every consistent action creates momentum. Eventually, the behaviors that once required effort become part of who you are. At its core, self-discipline is an act of self-respect. It's believing your dreams, your time, and your potential are valuable enough to deserve your very best effort. Success is never accidental. It's earned through the quiet decisions made every single day, the choice to stay focused, remain consistent, and keep moving when others give up. Years from now, you won't remember the easy days. You'll remember the moments you refused to quit, pushed through discomfort, and stayed faithful to your purpose. Those are the moments that shape your character and build an extraordinary life. So the only question left is this. Are you willing to take the first step today? Because every disciplined choice, every challenge you overcome, and every sacrifice you make is building the future you've always wanted, one decision at a time. Remember, every small disciplined choice you make today shapes the life you'll live tomorrow. Stay consistent, trust the process, and let daily principle guide you toward the success you truly deserve. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more life-changing lessons from Daily Principle.